So
we are doing
tidbits,
tidbits,
all month.
all month. Yeah, this February. If you aren't hip, what we like to do in February is not real episodes.
Yeah, it's a short month, so
it's
you
a
should
short
get
month,
short episodes.
short episodes,
And y'all got stuff to do because it's Black History Month.
exactly.
So spend all your time
giving Black people money.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
Reparations, food if it's seasoned and wasn't cooked with your cat playing in it. I'll stop.
Yes.
Just
I mean, speaking of cats.
speaking of cats, so listen, I'm gonna ask you this first.
Okay.
What is your first thought, unfiltered, when I say PETA?
Annoying. Harassers.
Mm-hmm.
They probably are swindling people out of money. Like, I don't believe they're actually protecting animals.
Okay, because all this time you've been here. I say you've been, but like people have been hearing like PETA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't get furs. PETA, take care of the cats. PETA, dogs' feelings hurt. PETA, and I'm just like, okay, who do we know who works for PETA? Because every time I see PETA come up in the media, it is some fuck shit. And I still remember, because if y'all didn't know, we out here in Merlin.
Mm-hmm.
When we put up that billboard for crabs, and then PETA was like,
Yeah,
crabs are people, they have feelings, don't do that. And then we put up another billboard with it cooked with Old Bay on it. Try again, PETA. You ain't gonna bring that bullshit into Maryland. We eat crabs out here, bruh.
I mean, I definitely believe in sustainably killing your meat.
Yes.
Or not sustainably, but I guess nicely. I don't know words. I'm gonna be using very simple language today. My brain hurts.
I think sustainably works.
Okay.
Because you want to enjoy the food without destroying the population of that animal, without impacting the environment in which it lives if they're necessary for that environment.
Humane killing. That was the word I was looking for.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
So, like, boiling your crabs live, I personally do not like. I like freezing them or torching them.
I didn't know they went to sleep when you froze them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, and then you just wake up dead. That's so crazy.
That's so sweet.
So my first introduction to how crustaceans were cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Crawfish boil. Mm-hmm. That was at my grandma's house, Louisiana. We went down the street to Sister Wendy's house because she would always do this big crawfish boil. Sister Wendy in the yellow house. And so we went down there and she had prepped a pot, one of them big ass pots. See, you got to cook outside.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't think the vegetables are in there yet, but all the seasoning was in there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, cool. And then they put these big bags of crawfish in there. Mm-hmm. My child brain did not realize that these things were alive. Because my childhood brain is like, everything we eat is already dead.
Yeah.
So they put them in, and then they put the top on. And we were outside playing in the backyard. I kept looking at this pot, and I was like, what is that noise?
Oh, no.
So I was like, Sister Wendy, the pot's making a lot of noise. And she's like, oh, it's the crawfish. And they were screaming.
They scream.
Yeah. Yes. I was like, oh my God. It did not stop me from eating them, though. It did not stop anything. I ate as many of them as I could.
Out of respect.
That noble sacrifice? Who would I be to let them die for nothing? I got seconds. They were delicious. They were so good. But back to PETA. I also heard about PETA, speaking of killing things, that they have kill shelters, which is interesting. There was, back in the day, mm-hmm. Twitter, because it's a lawless place.
Yeah.
Love it. Mm-hmm. Was it Joe's Crab Shack or Johnny's Seafood? One of them two.
Yeah, okay.
Was going back and forth with PETA. And then they started pulling these articles about, like, these kill shelters. And I was looking at the articles, and then PETA came back with some other articles, and the guy was like, yeah, sure. Post articles that you wrote yourself. Let's go for third party, huh? But I was reading these articles. I was like, damn, they really putting down these animals.
Why do they have kill shelters?
So I think, I don't know PETA's, like, what do you call that for a business? Or the thing they do?
The mission statement?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Like, I
going.
don't know if they're just like, hey, if we can't get these animals in a good place in a certain amount of time, we are just going to end them. Which, honestly, this might be controversial. I agree with this.
Okay.
There's only so much space for cats and dogs. And
Mhm.
is it good for them to just sit in cages when people can't adopt them?
Let them be feral.
Now, I do like that with the cats. I don't think you can do this with dogs because
Yeah,
cats
'cause-
kind of don't fuck with people.
But
Dogs are
might be like, huh?
yeah, like cats can be social among other cats and
Yeah.
not fuck with humans. Dogs are like, person, hi, let me bite you or go home with you.
Wild dog. Living in a place with wild dogs would be very fascinating to me.
I think I'd be scared to leave my house because dogs don't know how to not approach you. Like
Dogs
they will
don't know how
run,
to not dog.
like full speed at you, and then my soul has left my body and I have passed away. Even sweet dogs, so like them nails be so gnarly. Like you're not even trying to hurt me, but you are trying so badly to be inside of my body because you're excited.
Yeah, Marley
That
literally
you are going to-
claws.
Yeah.
Like she digs
Scraggly.
into.
I really feel like if we could just give God some recommendations, like on a dog 2.0,
Mhm.
retractable claws, please. I don't like the scraggly claws. Tuck them in.
Just a little feedback for, your next creation.
Yeah.
Evolution wise, like let them.
Like if you're wondering, like, okay, yeah, humans domesticated some of these.
Mhm.
If we had some notes,
Mhm.
what we would really like, just retractable claws.
Okay. Noted.
But yeah, the kill shelters was very startling to me because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even put those two.
PETA and kill shelter together.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I
But
didn't know.
allegedly that is a thing.
That's why I can't take them. I mean, I just don't know what their intentions are behind anything that they do.
Yeah, because it seems like they take a lot of donations and money and then they get in the media and act the fucking fool. And
Yeah.
that is the extent of what we know of PETA. Maybe they are functioning somewhere and doing good things.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the only thing that I got from PETA that I was just like, okay, I can fucks with that. I don't buy like real fur.
Yeah.
Now, partially in my brain, I'm like, if we killed an animal and we eat it, should we not use the fur?
I think the fur should be used. I think every part of the animal should be.
Like, from a Christian standpoint, we have dominion over these creatures. We should be able to use them as we want to. But, if they're just saying don't be cruel to animals, I get that.
Mhm.
If you're saying be vegan and don't eat animals because they have feelings, I have feelings and I feel hungry. So, I'm sorry to hear that.
I always thought, like, probably later on down my life, I might be able to dabble in full veganism.
Mm-mm.
Maybe for like a month at a time. No?
I can even say I would reduce the amount of meat that I eat. And me needing to have a certain amount of protein, that would hurt my soul.
Yeah.
But there's some vegan proteins that I just don't find good. Like I have to basically make them a potato chip or something super unhealthy for them to taste good to me. But if I wanted to, reduce how much animal meat I eat or animal byproduct that I consume, I think I could do that.
Yeah.
Reducing is very different from eliminating though. And
That's
I don't
true.
think that's fair for people to just be like, animals have feelings and you shouldn't eat them. Okay. Didn't we not discover that plants can hear people and they feel something when you bite them?
Plants feel when you
Yes.
bite? Get the fuck
They're
out of here.
The hills are alive. Yes.
Damn.
So I'm just like, what are we gonna eat air now? Everything has feelings. Everything's alive. No, I remember when somebody told me, I didn't remember learning this in science, but you're a science person, so maybe you.
Oh Lord. Okay, let's go.
Matter acts differently when it's not being observed. I did not like that.
Matter acts differently when it's not being observed.
So if you looked at this table on a molecular level and none of us were in here, this shit would be doing different shit than if we were in here. And I was like, the table's alive. I'm uncomfortable everywhere I go. Okay, nope, don't like it. Everything's alive.
I could definitely see that in like looking at people's behaviors. People definitely change when they're
Matter. Not just living creatures. Matter, bro.
God damn, I don't like that.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everything in this room is just waiting for us to leave. What does it do when we're not here?
It's like Toy Story.
I don't like it.
We see everything. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Okay, I get it. Disney was onto something.
They were. They're like, we are going to put our best scientists on this job.
To make this Pixar movie. But with the PETA stuff, was this triggered by your little cat group?
I think once I had a pet, and for all of y'all who may be new, we have a orange cat.
Yes, there's an orange boy in the house.
Name, as you may have heard, Luther Escanor Vladis IV. First of his kind, but the fourth.
Also known as Louis.
Yes, affectionately, and other names as well. But he was my first pet. And now I did try with a kitten.
Mm-hmm.
That kittens are made of demons. And I just, nope, never will I ever get another kitten. I got Louis, he was 6. Yeah. And I was like, this young man is almost past his prime. So once he hit 7, I was getting all the geriatric food and toys on Chewy. Like, he's considered old. But he was perfectly my speed. Does he still run around like a crackhead and he gets random bursts of energy? Yes. Mm-hmm. But I didn't have to worry about him trying to fit his body under cabinets in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But I learned after having a pet that I was like, oh, these little creatures are cute and they're fun. Mm-hmm. They're also a lot of work and annoying. Mm-hmm. But I would be doing my little cat research, seeing what the interwebs is doing. Mm-hmm. And these people in these forums, I was like, do y'all have children too? Do y'all go this hard for your human children? I was just like, wow, like y'all really upset about these animals.
Mm-hmm. The bathing, the
trimming nails, leaving them by themselves. I was just like, they're animals. I just I don't understand this. And I, like, before y'all get in my ass, I love Louis dearly.
Yes.
I take care of he got asthma. Like,
he does.
I'm not gonna say it like that. I give him a puff when he needs a puff. My twin knows what I was about to say.
Thank you for editing yourself.
I don't want to be like Mr. Ye. So, like, I have to trim his nails. I have brushed his teeth. I bathe him. I do all the not fun stuff with cats.
Got a really nice toilet.
Very. The most expensive toilet in the house, truly. I think his one toilet might be more expensive
than both of our toilets.
Yes. Toilets are like $100 to $200. And he over here in the lap of luxury.
Yes.
But I do take care of this cat as best as I can. There are some things that I'm just like, all right, you're going to have to take an L. There's only so much I can do for you. We not finna be in each other's face all day. I'm sorry. You got to back up. But it really, like, I've learned that it doesn't matter what you say online about your pets. There are at least 500 women who are going to look at that post and go, you are a terrible human being. How could you do that to that cat? And I'll be like, do you raise this cat?
They're undercover PETA watchers.
I'm just like, are you getting paid for this? Like, what are you doing? And I remember when I gave Juzo back to his foster. Mm-hmm.
And you went into
and
that
you
forum.
Saw,
oh,
and
God.
You're like, don't look. And I'm like, why would you say that? Because now I got to go look.
Because I didn't think you actually would. I thought you would be like, okay, maybe I don't need to.
But what was interesting to me, so for y'all, I'm just going to give you like the very quick Cliff Notes on this. Y'all still use Cliff Notes? I'm dating myself. Whatever. So basically, I got this kitten. I was like, oh, let me have a pet. Mm-hmm. Maybe that'll help my brain.
Yeah, emotional support.
Yeah, I was not.
Yeah,
it was not supportive at all.
It was anti-support.
I was the support. And so I thought this cat was like really chill, and I was like, oh, he's so cute. He's sleepy all the time. He's a little sleepy baby.
Yeah.
No, he was sick.
He was sick.
He was sick like the first 2 weeks I had him, and I did not realize this.
Yes.
He had a really bad ear infection. Took him to the vet. Ended up taking him to the vet like 3 times within the first month that I had him, and I was
Mhm.
completely overwhelmed and didn't know what to do. I was frustrated. I was stressed out. I was like, I can't do this. I
Yep.
can't do this.
Yep.
So I gave him back to the foster, but lo and behold, my twin informed me that when we picked him up from the foster house, he had a leaky ear.
Mhm.
I didn't notice this. Maybe I was filling out paperwork. Maybe I was excited. I don't know.
Mhm.
But he was given to me damaged, basically. I got damaged goods. And so it made sense that over this time, his ear got infected. I didn't, I wasn't paying attention that closely. Even though he was like sleeping on both of us, I didn't realize his ear was icky until I was like, it looked like he got coffee grounds in here. What is going on with his ear?
Coffee grounds.
It was gross.
Yeah.
And then I woke up one day and there was blood on my comforter. And I was like, this thing is bleeding. So I tried to get him back up to health. It just wasn't working. I felt frustrated. I felt duped. I was like, I'm taking this kitten back.
Yeah.
When I returned the kitten, the foster lady is like, oh, well, what happened to his ear?
You tell me, bitch. Like...
I was so mad. I was so incredibly mad. And so when I told her what happened, she basically was like, oh, well, he and his brothers were fighting. And I was just like, okay, but the cat got hurt. So you weren't making sure that these cats weren't getting hurt. Mind you, she had 4 kids in that house, a husband, 2 bearded dragons, 3 dogs, Juzo's mother, and his other sibling there.
Yeah.
So she really wasn't paying attention. How could she have paid attention?
He was getting his ass whooped by his brother.
Yeah, it was really sad.
Yeah.
So I gave him back. I told I'm not going to say who I was working with, but I told the folks that I worked through to get this cat, I was like, hey, I don't think he should be at this foster home. He's not being looked after. This is what happened. They were just like, we'll take him back to the foster. And I felt so bad because I'm just like, you guys are trying to protect these animals. And I'm telling you right now that this animal is not being taken care of.
Yeah.
And your only instructions to me was to take him back to where he got hurt. Foolish.
Very.
But I did it. And I felt bad about it for a little while. But I saw him go back, up on the Facebooks.
Yeah.
And the story that they said in the caption was not what happened at all. And part of me wanted to be like, I was the one who had him. Y'all got questions? Let me know.
But I told you not to look.
And I'm like, the purpose of them saying that fuckery that was not true was to get him adopted.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, do I want him out of that house? Absolutely. I want him to get adopted to a good home. So I shut my ass up. But so badly, I wanted to, because people were awful in the comments. Why would you get a cat if you can't handle one? How dare you just give him back like that? What kind of person would do this?
That was probably my favorite comment, because I think that was the one where you were just like, I should respond and be like, yeah, what kind of asshole would do that? Just cause chaos in the comment section.
Like, it was so strange to me. So I realized like a lot of pet people are very pompous and they have these ideas of how pets should be treated and how animals should be treated. But at the end of the day, like, you don't know everybody's situation and you don't know these animals.
Yeah.
I had somebody tell me like, oh, you shouldn't be bathing your cat. Why? He's dirty. He lays on the floor all day. Like, what? What?
Yes.
I have to clean the entire house, but
not him. Yeah.
And everybody else in the house taking baths. Like, what? How does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, he's crying. He's not crying when he takes a bath.
He's not. He's actually very silent. That's the most quiet ever.
He's like, get the shit over with, please. He doesn't try to jump out of the I bathe him in a sink. I wash my sink though, so don't y'all get weird about it. But he will literally just sit there.
Yeah. And
I'm just like, your cat maybe doesn't like baths and will scratch you and try to kill you and cut your throat. Mine doesn't. So how about you worry about your motherfucking stinky ass cat? And I'm worried about my clean ass cat.
Shut your ass up.
Like, Luther is black now. Luther has to do black things. And that means he go take a fucking bath. He not gonna get on my counters. He go eat his designated spaces.
Yes. And he knows.
He does.
He knows. He knows. He knows the rules and regulations.
And if I thought like Louis was not capable of adhering to certain things, I don't think I would be trying to like, you can't do this. Like Louis has shown that he can learn things. So that's a different story. But some cats are like, nope.
Yeah.
And that's between you, that cat, and God.
That's why I think I'm starting to become a cat person. My experience with Louis, I love that little orange boy so much, but he annoys the balls out of me.
He really has the perfect mix of annoying and cute. Endearing and insufferable.
Yes, it helps that he's an attractive cat. We say this all the time. If he was ugly, I don't think that
wouldn't have made it in the house.
His residency, his rental agreement would have been renewed, honestly. But it is just the big old eyes, the big old ears, and the little whispery, raspy little meows.
It's so cute.
They tug at my heartstrings. And now I'm just like I'm dog sitting next week, and I'm just like, oh my God, dogs are so fucking loud, bro. Like, I'm used to, even though Louis is starting to be very talkative.
Why? Is this an ornery old man coming out?
I don't know.
Wake up! I'm alone! Entertainment! Like, dude, be quiet.
But, like, I still think puppy whines and puppy barks are way more annoying and louder. And I can't deal with it anymore.
Puppy whines, I'm okay with. The barking, though, absolutely not.
Bruh, the barking doesn't, like,
why do you have to be so loud?
Why? Why do you have to vibrate the whole house with your voice? You 12 pounds, 15 on a good day. Like, what is your problem? So I'm just starting to get more and more annoyed with dogs. So I think, too, like me, where I'm at in my pet journey, I think older or like adult is probably my sweet spot, even though I would love
puppies.
I would love a little puppy.
Maybe you can foster, though. Unless you don't think you could give the baby away.
That is my only concern. I am as soft as mashed potato, but I really do have a soft spot for animals. So like giving them to their adoptive families might be very difficult for like that might wreck my mental health. I
think I could do it.
Yeah.
And my coworker, the one I was talking to before we left, he has Frenchies.
Oh.
Yep, he's still got a couple for sale. So DM dive if you want a Frenchie. And they're so cute. Oh my gosh, they're adorable.
Yes.
But yes, I would definitely. It's like, you are adorable. I can't wait till somebody come get you though.
Man, they probably loud as hell.
I would be like the auntie that's babysitting. Like, oh, you are so fun. I can't wait till your mama and daddy come back and get you.
You're fun for 4 hours, and then after that, you got to go.
Because it's really like pets are work.
Yeah.
And because I didn't have one growing up, I didn't really understand how much money goes into it, especially if your animal gets sick.
Yeah.
That took my little butthole last year. I was just like, $500? And you're telling me he's stressed? How? And now we're both stressed. So I'm just like, why?
The house is just going to get more stressed.
I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? There's no other children. There's no other animals.
Yeah.
Like, how are you still finding things to be stressed out about?
So stressed that you get a fucking UTI.
So stressed that you have diarrhea and you throw up. So stressed you got asthma. I'm just like, how are their cats left when this is their defense mechanism?
They really, the domestication of them really like
made them bitch.
Yes.
All of them. Bitch made now.
Honestly, they can't survive without us.
And it's really sad because I'm just like, I look at that beautiful little orange baby and I go, you would have had to find a human because ain't no way you would have survived on these streets.
He was originally a stray, which I find fascinating.
He would have died.
He has no natural instincts.
He wouldn't have made it to a year.
No.
Like, I feel 100% in my heart he would have died on the street.
Gets so fucking stressed and scared. His stress levels directly affect his health.
Mm-hmm.
And so if he was out here in these streets trying to find food, getting scared by cars, hearing loud noises.
I still remember the first time we took him to the pier.
Mm-hmm.
And he walked around once and was he went back in his backpack and tried to close the flap. He was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I've
I've
died.
had enough.
Take me home.
Take me home, humans. Hiding in his little backpack, and we're just out on a
But
pier.
you're a cat. You're a cat, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think his time to introduce him to the outside world has probably passed.
Yeah.
I keep trying. I'll take him on a little walk, but like,
And I think he does like being on the walks, but if he's in the backpack on your back.
yes.
Because then he's up high and he can see, and I think he feels more comfortable.
But a harness leash situation?
No.
No.
And he was doing really great with his harness training, too. He just, no. As soon as you put him outside, he was like, mm-mm.
But he started eating that plant that probably should not be eaten.
Because he's stupid. Because he's a stupid little baby. But so cute. So cute.
Oh my god, the cutest.
But yeah, like I never had a pet growing up, so I didn't understand like, okay, what happens when these animals get sick and what goes into really just taking care of them. If Louis never got sick a day in his life for the rest of the time I've had him, he would still cost so much money monthly just for me to make sure he has litter and food and litter bags and deodorants and playthings. Really, foil and boxes will do it, but he does like his little springs and his treats and just trying to give your pet the best life that they could have, you know, within reason. They're still an animal. It costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I just didn't understand how much work and money went into owning an animal versus like, oh, this thing is cute and I hope it helps me. Louis does not help. He is a fun companion to have. He's like having like an iHome. Like, you're cool, but sometimes you don't work.
That was
and then
dating yourself.
I have one. So. And it sits there pretending to charge my iPod. Like Louis pretends to help.
He's doing the best.
I believe that 100%. He's doing the best he can.
Like the iHome is doing the best that it can to charge your iPod.
But it's old, you know. It can't do better than what it's doing.
Yeah.
You can't get a new one.
Nope.
This is what you got, and that's Luther.
That's
he's what he is.
He is what he is. Well, to the PETA Rangers,
relax.
Yeah.
You don't get paid enough to be doing all the shit you're doing.
I really don't think y'all get paid at all.
So
I feel like that shit is
more
volunteer.
reasons for you to relax.
Like, unless there's actual animal cruelty happening, relax. Like, you are not a crusader for PETA. You don't have to burn villages. And
honestly, if you feel so strongly, like, get a bunch of pets yourself.
That too.
Take them all.
Take them all. Get
Make
a farm.
Little free range. Yeah.
Yes, a little. Oh my God, that
cat
could be
habitat.
That could be my
habitat.
My farm, just an animal habitat.
I met somebody at my first job. And they're like, all my husband wants to do is get a barn and adopt as many cats as possible. And I was just like,
for a barn?
Oh, okay.
That's interesting. I would do like a dog ranch.
That's so many mouths to feed.
It is, but like.
See, because I feel like a cat can go catch its own food at least. I won't have to feed it all the time. Dogs, they're just going to be like, are you awake yet? Roo, hungry.
Dogs could catch their own food, but, you know, we got to be secluded and not around, like, small children or animals or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just ate. What did you eat?
Squirrels. What the fuck? Like,
is that a shoe? We have to take you out back.
Yeah,
old
like
Yeller?
A little not an old Yeller.
Yeah, if your dog eats a human kid, there's only one other.
I know. And that's so sad because, I mean, that could totally be an accident.
And you really couldn't even tell, like, run away. That dog would sit there happily, like, go where? You're my person.
Blood dripping out of his mouth.
Like, I did good. I got my own food. Yeah, you did something.
You did something. Now look over there. Look at the tires. Good boy. And that's when PETA.
So dramatic. They're going to cancel our podcast.
I mean, hey.
It was a good run.
It was a good run. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. All three of y'all. All right. I mean, I think PETA Rangers, we've said all we needed to say.
Yeah, we're going to say some more stuff later, but not on this one.
Okay. Cool. So, do we do an ending with tidbits?
I don't know. Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
Be safe. Happy Black History Month.
Amen.
Amen.